So a new season is upon us, and for the 14th of the last 15 seasons, LeBron James has a team that was specifically built to help him win the NBA championship. That's 14 of the last 15 seasons. Okay? I'm going to give him the 2019 Lakers. No one expected him to win with the kids. But for every one of the Miami seasons and every one of the Cleveland seasons and all but one of the Lakers seasons, LeBron James has had a team. He comes into the season with a team that was specifically built to win the NBA championship. In other words, most great players have had significant stretches of their career wherein they were playing with a bad team, wherein the organization just didn't have the wherewithal to sort of go all in. But for the last 15 seasons, that hasn't been the case for LeBron. In other words, sometimes teams are rebuilding. Sometimes the teams are just kind of holding pat. Kobe's last 3 years obviously were pretty much ceremonial. Every team, has pretty much had, or every great player has had seasons. The Washington Wizards seasons with Michael Jordan. But then you have seasons wherein the team is like, okay, we got a shot, let's go in. Okay? We got a shot, let's go in has been the thinking for 14 of LeBron's last 15 seasons. And I am including the last 2 seasons in Cleveland, the first stint at Cleveland. I'm including those 2. Why? The 2008 Cavs won 45 games. The Cavs went on and added an 18-point per game scorer in Mo Williams to that team. I want you to keep in mind the Lakers' big get after the 2006 season when they won 45 games averaged less than 18 points per game. Okay? Pau Gasol averages less than 18 points per game for a career. Or right at 18 points per game. Okay? I'm not suggesting that Mo Williams is a better player than Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol is a better player than Mo Williams. But not by a hell of a lot. Okay? Not by a hell of a lot. I believe Mo Williams' career scoring high is 52 points. Okay? So it's not by leaps and bounds. So the Cavs added to a team that had just recently been to the finals an 18-point per game score. Okay? They famously won 66 games in 2009. Mo Williams went to the All-Star game. They came back the next year and added to a 66-win team 22-point per game scoring Anton Jamison, who had also been to the All-Star game just a couple years prior. Now, remember, this is before the super team era. So in NBA history, if you add a borderline all-star to a playoff team, you're supposed to get to the finals. That's typically enough. Okay? So they've got arguably the best player in the league in LeBron James. You give him now 2 players capable of scoring 20 points any given game. In Any given game, they add to LeBron James 2 players capable of scoring 20. To be fair, Anton Jamison was injured most of the 2009 season, but he was healthy in the playoffs. Okay? Obviously, following that were the Miami seasons, where in every single year, LeBron James walked onto the floor with 2 All-Stars. And then in 2015, he walked onto the floor with 2 All-Stars. I'm going to count the 2018 Cavs against LeBron. Why? Even though Kyrie forced his way out, the Cavs received an MVP candidate in that trade. So I'm just simply asking the question, at the beginning of the season, did LeBron James take the floor with a team that was expected to compete for a championship based upon the moves that the organization made? Because the Cavs could have just simply refused to trade Kyrie, and maybe Kyrie sits out. Well, in that scenario, you can't say, okay, well, they're we can't expect much from this team. They didn't do that. So when you make the trade, you're saying that you think that this trade is in your team's best interest. Okay? So for the 14th out of 15 seasons, LeBron is going to walk on the floor. He's going to take the floor with a team specifically built to help him win the championship. Mind you, Michael Jordan only played 15 seasons. And 2 of those seasons were pretty, again, ceremonial. Kobe's first year, he was 18. His last 3 were pretty much ceremonial. And then he had 3 wherein the Lakers just didn't give him any help. So what is that? 7 of Kobe's 20 seasons were basically wasted seasons from a championship perspective. Okay? So Kobe really only had 13 real shots at winning a championship. Okay? So I have been compiling this list of LeBron's teammates. And it's quite the exhaustive list. I tried to get a sense of just how much help he's had over the years. And so I physically went by, because on StatHit, there's really no way to search for a player's teammates in terms of their entire career. You can search for a player's teammates and in terms of what that teammate did while they were playing with a given player. But you cannot go through and look at, let's say, Derek Fisher's entire career. His seasons with Oklahoma City and Utah, in comparison to, in relation to Kobe. Okay, so you'll get the numbers that he compiled while he was with Kobe. So I have to physically go through and look at each player's career win share total. So I picked the number 15. 15 win shares. Now, to give you an example, Brandon Ingram was an all-star, I believe, in the year 2021 season. And the year after, he had been an all-star. Actually, I think it was the 2020 or 2021. I'm not sure. It was the year after he left LeBron, actually. Went to the all-star game. As soon as he left LeBron. But that year, Brandon Ingram did not have 15 win shares. So Brandon Ingram had been in the league, I believe, 4 years at that point. And he had not compiled 15 win shares. Okay? Now, to give you another example, Jackson Hayes does not have 15 win shares. Jared Vanderbilt does not have 15 win shares. Why do I say this? I say this to make the point that you have to be a quality NBA player to get 15 win shares. To give you an example, since 1983, I went back 21 seasons before LeBron came into the league. So since 1983, 915 players have compiled 15 or more career win shares. Now I want you to think about that. It's about 400 or 500 players in the league at any given time. Only 900 of them compiled 15 win shares. By the way, 1 in 9 of those players played with LeBron James. I want you to let that sink in. LeBron James has played with 1/9 of the talent in the NBA since 1983. Okay? So, this is a list of LeBron James's teammates over the years. And I want you to keep in mind, like as this thing scrolls up, it gets kind of jumpy and because I couldn't figure out how to scroll data up. The guy that does some of my graphics was unavailable, so I really wanted to get this video out. So I just figured out how to do it myself, and I didn't do a great job. So I am physically scrolling this list up with my finger as I'm recording it on the screen. My finger got tired. I had to kind of, like stretch my... yeah, so, yeah, take a look. These are, quality NBA players, all of whom have played with LeBron. I just don't get it. You're telling me this is the greatest player to ever play basketball. He's better than Michael Jordan. He's better than Wilt Chamberlain. Larry Bird. He's better than Dream Olajuwon. Kobe Bryant. This is the greatest player in NBA history, and he needs this much talent to not have the most titles. You LeBron fans don't get it. LeBron consumes his teammates. He does not make them better. LeBron's teams play about 5 to 10% better than he is. When he's the best player in the league, his team's the best player. As he declines, his team declines. Okay? He does not elevate his teammate. Nobody plays their best basketball with LeBron. Nobody. Okay? And He should have like 8. Listen, this list would be an indictment of LeBron if he had 8 titles. If he had 8 titles, you could. Detractors like me could bring out this list and say, "Oh well, God, look at how much health he had. Look at how much help he had." But he only has 4. So, LeBron James, good luck to him. I don't believe the Lakers are going to win the NBA championship this year. I think it's going to be probably the Milwaukee Bucks. I hope all these PED rumors are proved to be wrong. But we'll see how the season goes. But I have said that the only thing LeBron could do to move up in my rankings is to make the all-defense team and play a full season. I don't think either of those things are going to happen this year. But we'll see how it goes. In any event, I will be on this platform reporting about it objectively. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Bye-bye.